This is Late Night Health. This is the radio show that cares about the most important part of your life, your health. During the next 2 hours, the insane Daryl Wayne and I are going to take a look at a variety of healthcare topics, from Jesus was a healer. Yes, I'm really serious. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the mojito diet. And I'm most excited about this first hour. We're going to end this first hour with our regular contributor, Robert Clancy, the host or co-host of the Mindset Reset show. I was on it this weekend. It was really fantastic. And we're going to start and spend most of the hour with our new friend, Shea Vaughn. Shea is known as America's Queen of Fitness. She has written books. She owns TV networks. She's been an actor, performer. You name it, Shea has done it. Shea, I start by welcoming you to the show and wishing you a very happy, healthy 2019. But is America healthy, in your opinion, as we begin this new year?
Well, first and foremost, thank you so much for inviting me to be on your show today. So when we talk about, is America healthy, the answer is absolutely no. And that doesn't mean that there's not people out there that work out, take care of themselves. I had mentioned earlier to you, I definitely believe that a healthy today, that tomorrow is, just a better day for you. And
absolutely.
I think that we need to really get that in our mind, because that next day that's really wonderful for us, we have to do something to keep that a healthy day too. But the statistics actually show that 33% of adults across the country, worldwide, are either 30% overweight or obese, which would be more than that. And here's the thing that really grabs our hearts, and that is that for the very first time in history, over the last several years, we're finding that our children, because of the lack of education, understanding, perseverance, all of the things that it takes, that our children are now dying before their parents.
I can't even imagine that.
No. That's got to tug at your heart, just every cell in you, because it doesn't need to be.
I know that I think we discussed this a couple weeks ago, and I noticed a family of 4, maybe even 5. Mom and dad were obese, and the kids were well on their way, including what looked like to me a 2-year-old baby. And it breaks my heart. Every now and then when I'm at the supermarket, I'll see this family and I'll look at their basket because I'm nosy, as you know, Shea.
I do.
Right? You do know that. There were things like Oreos, and I love Oreos. But in moderation. You don't buy the double stuff, family pack of 87 cookies. You buy a small pack.
You really don't do that. But
you shouldn't.
Yeah, but here's the thing that we really have to understand. First and foremost, let me say this. Sometimes the things that fancy, it's okay to have. But here's where the problems really come from. The problems come from when we've got a lot of this stuff, in the home with our kids, where we as adults can get to very easily. And what happens is that when we don't have, nice fruit that's already cleaned and kept in a bowl in the refrigerator, or, vegetables, chopped up so that they can, go in and get them, or we can. If we don't prepare, then we're going to go to something that's in a package, and we're going to open it up. I had a call the other day with a gal that I'm mentoring, and we had talked about some of these things. And, one of the things was, look, you don't have to give up everything, but you just can't eat it, all day long. And she says, oh, no, I don't do that. We had a big conversation about it. She was leaving to go to the grocery store, and she bought some potato chips. And what she basically told herself is, look, I'm going to get this bag of potato chips, and this is going to last me all week. All week. So here's the thing. She called me after she got home, literally in tears. And here's what she said to me. She said, I really believe that, but you know what I did? I said, no, tell me. She said, I opened up the package in the car, and she said, I ate most of it before I even got home.
Well, that's why they say, Shea, you can't eat just one. They are addictive. They are addictive.
It is addictive. You are addicted. And you have to realize that that's exactly what it is, that you're telling yourself this is the right thing to do by saying, I'm just going to have a handful, going to have a few, and then if I'm not hungry, I'm going to go home and make something that, I'm going to eat an apple with some peanut butter. That's great for you. You've got to have things that are healthy, and you got to stop buying things until you're not addicted any longer.
And you got to look at you have to look at the peanut butter, because a lot of the peanut butters not only have hydrogenated oil in it and sugar, but they have all kinds of junk in it to make it supposedly taste better. And I buy the natural stuff where there's oil at the top, and if I want peanut butter, I put it out, an hour before I'm going to eat it and stir it up a little bit so that it mixes in. Let's talk about your background. You're a mom.
Wait a minute. I want to comment on that, though. I want to comment on that.
Sure.
Mark, the thing of it is that people should be eating organic.
Clean, yes.
Butter. And now you can buy. There's a brand out that I know about. I'll have to go I'll have to go and get it. But the thing of it is that you want to buy. You can get both stored so that you don't have to stir it up, okay? And when you get the unstirred ones, those are ones that have the when you open it up, that has the liquid on the top. So if you want peanut butter that's going to taste good, it's perfectly blended, it's creamy, it's great, look for something that is organic that's already stirred.
Interesting. I know that it
doesn't have all those things in it. It doesn't have things that you shouldn't be eating. Peanut butter can be a great source of protein for people.
Right. Exactly. No, it's a staple.
Great.
It's a staple. Let's talk about your background for a little bit. You have, I can't remember, 3 or 4 kids.
I have 3 children, Victoria, Valerie, and Vincent.
Gotcha. And we all know Vince. And did you raise them this way, or did you, how did you get into health and fitness?
Well, let me just tell you, I was a young mom, and I had my children early, and I liked to cook and bake. And so to, have fun with them, because they liked to cook with me. Every single day, we would bake something. And I did not know anything about food. But I was extremely active, and I was a dancer as a young girl, and I performed. And so I was in sports. I was doing all of these things. So I guess I could get away with eating some of the things. I mean, everything that I made, was natural. Didn't have, all of these, products and different things in it that you shouldn't be eating. But here's the thing: I didn't think that it was wrong to be able to eat your dessert before you had dinner. So I'm really being, honest.
Sure.
But here's the thing: when I actually ended up then going into fitness for my dancing, whatever, because it was just organic for me to do that. I'd already been performing and whatever, so standing up and teaching in front of a class or whatever was somewhat easy for me. And but then I started being around so many people that knew a lot about fitness and nutrition, and there's where my journey started. And then I got certified in all of these different, brands, products, services, all of those things, and learned so much about nutrition. I had to stop having the baking every day, and I had to stop eating the kids' cookies every day.
And start giving them carrots and apples with peanut butter, right?
Yeah, it's not like they didn't have salads and things like that. I believed in all of that, but the way I was doing it was not the best for myself or for them.
We're going to take some time out, Shea. We're going to take some time out. When we come back, we'll continue our conversation. We're spending some time with Shea Vaughn. You've seen her on Ellen, The Social, The Marilyn Dennis Show, even the Late Night Health Show with me. She's the executive producer of WBTVN, Women's Broadcast Television Network, and we'll talk about more about health and fitness with America's Queen of Fitness, Shea Vaughn, as Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. Join us at latenighthealth.com and also facebook.com/Late Night Health Radio. Don't you dare go away. Much more coming up with Shea.
You're listening to Late Night Health with Mark Alyn. The show continues in a moment.
Welcome to Guide to the Soul. This is Robert Clancy. If love had a time, a place, and a limit, it would be right now, everywhere, and forever. Your heart is an infinite ocean that holds that divine love. Be in gratitude for every moment of your life that you've experienced, even the smallest moments of love. For when you add up all the love within your soul, you become priceless. Share your wealth with the world. You can leave a monument on your grave as your life's legacy, or you can live a monumental life and leave your legacy of love.
For more inspiration from Robert Clancy, visit GuideToTheSoul.com or go to the Moments with Robert page on LateNightHealth.com.
The latest from the greatest, the best in new music by classic rockers, with your host, the insane Daryl Wayne.
This is Alice Cooper, and if Daryl Wayne is insane, what does that make me criminally insane? Stick around to find out.
Many of the artist interviews for the latest from the greatest have been captured on audiobook. There is a Volume 1 and Volume 2. Great information and conversations with people in the industry and people surrounded by the industry, and of course the rock stars themselves.
I'm the Reverend Al Green, and you're listening to the insane Daryl Wayne. And I said Wayne Insane.
You can find it on Amazon or Blackstone Audio. Search for the latest from the greatest from Daryl Wayne, Darrell Wayne.
Hello, this is Weird Al Yankovic, and you're listening to the insane Daryl Wayne, aren't you?